All right, welcome back. Josh Beatar for From the Stands, flying solo today. Alex is away, but that is okay because I'm with Lisa Kyriacou, who has some exciting news to share. I won't hold it up too long, so I'll let her take the floor and announce the exciting news she has coming up.
Yep. So I've been offered to fight on Road to UFC, which is absolutely amazing. Been dying for an opportunity to fight for a UFC contract, and this is the way I get that contract. So yeah, super excited. So that'll be happening May 18 or 19.
Yeah, awesome. What was the feeling like when you got that call? Obviously, it's like it says, it's the road to the UFC. So I know how much you wanted it. I guess how did you digest that internally?
Oh, when I got told, it was a bit. It didn't really hit me what was happening. I'm like, oh, this is a cool opportunity. And then I thought about, I'm like, wait, this is literally what I've been waiting to do.
Mm.
I think because in my mind I had, directly in all contenders. I didn't even think of the road to UFC, but then I'm like, wait, this is literally the same thing as contenders.
Yeah.
And that actually hit me. I'm like, shit, this is actually happening. So,
Yeah.
just so happy. And yeah, since I've been locked in, I've just been, so over the moon.
When how quickly did it all come about? Because I know when I put that post up a few weeks ago about who should feature, a lot of people were saying your name. And from conversations with you, it didn't look like you had anything scheduled. And then all of a sudden, within a week of that, there's fight announcement posts and all this sort of stuff. I'm like, oh wow, what's happened in that week? So I guess how quickly did it all come together?
Oh, so it was like a Saturday, and out of nowhere, my coach called me like a couple of weeks ago,
Mm.
and he just said, "Hey, we've just been offered a fight on Road to UFC," and it just came out of the blue, honestly. So yeah, really, really random, and honestly, I had a feeling something big was going to happen soon. I don't know what it was, but yeah, so this has just happened so randomly. I'm so happy for the opportunity.
Awesome. Now on paper, your opponent, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. Obviously, Chinese name. It is hard to pronounce. Qihui Yan. I think I did all right, but she's 24-4. Obviously, a massive differential in terms of fights. I feel like uh, maybe being a little bit biased, but I feel like the quality of fighters here in Australia and the quality of fights competes with the best in the world, and I think is the top of the food chain. So I kind of feel like she has a massive differential over you in fights, but I feel like the quality of fighters you're fighting would be better. So it kind of evens out, if you know what I mean. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, like we've looked, she's got a very impressive record. But then obviously we look deeper into the opponents as well. And look, she's had some good fights and some good wins over good opponents, but then there's also been some that are probably not that high up there.
Mm.
But yeah, I could say, like, you look at my record, even some of the girls I fought at that time in their career, and even their records don't look great at the time, but I guess people don't look at the depth of their experience or their background and all that. So yeah, I definitely do agree with you. Although I will say this will probably be my toughest fight, I do believe. I think she's been training like Sandra and that for like since she was a kid. So I do think she is very, very experienced. Has a lot more experience over me. I've been doing this for 5 to 6 years. So, but yeah, I still feel very good about it.
What's up, guys? It's Josh here From the Stands. And look, I know you're in the middle of a good little interview that we're currently doing, but I want to take a second of your time just to give a quick little shout out to today's sponsor, TrainAid. Obviously, they're big supporters of us, like we are of them. And today they're sponsoring this video. And look, I want to let you guys know about a little product they do, their premium product, TrainAid Hydration. It's the best hydration formula on the market, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. And look, if you don't believe me, ask guys like Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski, Leon Edwards. You ever heard of these guys? I mean, they're the top athletes in the world. And they're all taking TrainAid Hydration. It really is the #1 formula in the world for hydration. And in the summer months here in Australia, I mean, it's something that I think everyone should be taking. And TrainAid have been very nice to give us a discount code, a very healthy discount code as well. I mean, it's a nice little discount code. If you use the code FTS15 at the checkout, they will give you 15% off. We'll leave a link to their website in this description of this video. And yeah, check them out, guys. Please support them because they are supporting us. Cheers. Yeah, she is young, and I did see she was featured on the Contender Series as well.
Yeah.
Didn't come away victorious, so I guess there probably is an extra added element of desperation, I would feel, to try and secure that shot. Is there any pressure from your side, I know it's in her home country of China. So is there any pressure on that side of fighting in China?
Honestly, look, my fight on one championship, same thing. I definitely didn't get flown down there to win.
Yeah,
So that was a bit of an upset. But honestly, same for this, I believe. So it just kind of makes me want to do better. I kind of believe I rise to the level of the opponent and that. So no, I feel quite good after the challenge.
Yeah. I know I was talking with Jacob a little while ago from HEX, and he sort of mentioned roughly, I don't know, nothing was announced or might not have even spoken to you about, but I think their plan was to potentially look at getting you on the card mid-year, the one after Auckland. Is that, well, I know this fight's obviously a bigger stage and a more stakes, I guess, attached to it. So is that sort of not something you're really thinking of right now?
No, definitely not. Look, my plan is to get this fight, get the win and get my contract. And I'm hoping to never be on the local scene again after this fight. So, yeah, that's where my heart is definitely set, and that's going to be my goal for the next few weeks.
Yeah. And I guess with a win, especially a statement win, it puts you in good stead for 305. I really think that, the last women's flyweight from this country got signed was Casey O'Neill. So, we're looking 3 years ago at this point. So I feel like, where you are positioned with a big win, it puts you on good track for 305. Are you? You can't look past an opponent. You can't look past too far in the future because sometimes things don't go your way, and then it's the classic case. But is that somewhere in the back of your mind, like that's your plan to get through this fight dominantly? Because I think even a dominant performance, a finish, submission, whatever, puts you even like, okay, we can't deny her now at 8-1, and you'd be 8-1 at that point. It's pretty hard to deny you.
Oh, for sure. Like I've literally discussed it with recently my coaches. Yeah, we're planning to get this win, and then that will be the perfect preparation to get me onto that Perth card. I think it makes sense. It would be silly not to. Yeah, and obviously, as I've said, she's a very experienced opponent, so a good performance, a good win, whatever, I believe should get me in there next. So yeah, definitely prepping for that August card. I feel like it just makes sense for me to be on there.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to benefit you as well? Because I think the road to UFC has a similar setup to the Contender Series, where you have media obligations, you have weigh-ins, everyone has weigh-in, but it's more high profile. There's media, there's shots, photos taken of you, and all this sort of stuff. So it's a bit more, I would think, than even one championship. Obviously, anything you're going to get here in Australia. But do you think that's going to benefit you as well, having that experience? Heading into a win, heading in before Perth, I suppose. Do you think that's going to benefit you?
Yeah, for sure. So kind of being on the UFC, like obviously the road to UFC is like a UFC event. So obviously being around that is going to be great and a good preparation for sure. I'm getting a feel for it. Obviously like Mick Maynard is there watching us. So like having guys like him there, that's pretty huge for me. So yeah, it'll be same, Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel very familiar, I guess, once I do them both.
Yeah. Just quickly touching away from your fight, Jacinta Austin and Amina Hadea are fighting for the Eternal Flyweight title. Both ladies you fought. I guess, they're reviving the Flyweight title. We haven't seen that in a number of years now. So I guess I wanted to get your thoughts on that fight and how you see it playing out.
I could definitely see them fighting each other. I thought it was bound to happen, so it's good it's happening. I definitely think Jacinta will get the win. I think Jacinta, I know she's a lot better striker than Amina. She's got a bit more violent striking than Amina does. So, yeah, I could possibly see her even finishing Amina. But, yeah, I reckon it'll be a good fight. But, yeah, good on the girls. Best luck to both of them.
Yeah. And on Jacinta too, I know you guys fought your first pro fight, didn't come away with the win, but that's the funny thing about fighting, where you don't come away with the win, but you're on the road to UFC now on this path. You know what I mean? So those early losses don't really mean too much, which is good about MMA. It's one thing I've always liked about it. What do you think about Jacinta's career since then? Because she's gone to Octagon and she's done quite well. And with a flyweight title shot, she could be in line next year. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys could eventually meet in the UFC one day and get that rematch.
Yeah, for sure. Look, she's been doing awesome overseas. So, yeah, good on her. And I reckon, she gets this belt, I believe she probably would even get a shot at the August card, I believe. since she's got such a big, obviously, striking background,
Yeah.
I feel like that definitely will benefit the MMA record as well. So yeah, I could definitely see her getting in after getting this championship belt if all goes well for her. So yeah, and you never know, we could definitely be facing up in a UFC cage. I would absolutely love that.
That would be cool.
That first pro debut. So
Yeah, I can imagine. Last one for me, Lisa. I won't keep you long. Well, I want to create a clip that at the end of this year we can play back and look back on. Where are you at the end of 2024? Where is your career sitting, and what have you accomplished this year?
yeah, I'm in the UFC. I've got my contract, and I'm absolutely dominating in the flyweight division.
Awesome. Lise,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to chat with you. I'm really happy for you. It's a big opportunity. I know one you definitely deserve, and one you've been wanting for quite a while. So it's good to see that hard work pays off. Wish you all the best for May 19th on the road to UFC. If you get that, you will. I believe you'll get a contract. We won't put it out there just yet. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Wish you all the best, and we'll chat to you soon.
Thank you so much, Josh. Good to be
Awesome.
back.
Appreciate it. Thank you.